Hello, it's Heather and Phil, and we are still on Hilton Head Island. Right now we're going to hike around at a place called the Sea Pines Forest Preserve. And Heather is using the Z50 with the 500, she's using the Z50 with the 200 to 500, and I'm using my Z50 with the 500 f4. I don't have my teleconverter on. The only teleconverter I brought, I have all of them. I have the 1.4, 1.7, and 2, but the only one I brought was the 1.4, and I don't have it on the camera right now, but I'm going to carry it in my pack. So if I need it, I'll put it on, and if not, then I'll go without it. The sun is starting to get fairly high in the sky, so we're going to end up with kind of harsh light like we had when we were at
Pinckney Island.
Thank you. Look at her. She is so smart with the remembering of names. But we're going to get started hiking around here. How far do you think we're going to hike today?
I don't know.
She doesn't know.
I don't know.
That's two people that don't know. So let's get started and see what we can find. Well, things are going pretty good so far. We've just kind of started hiking down the trail. We got to kind of the first fork and we decided to go left on the Boggy Gut Trail or something like that. And I spotted a beautiful yellow-bellied sapsucker up in that tree up there, and I think Heather and I were both able to bag shots of it. So
Yeah.
You got one?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, so did I. So let's take a look at those. So here is my yellow-bellied sapsucker picture. This is a male. The males have the red beneath their beak, and I was really happy to get this shot, and even happier that Heather was able to get one, because this was her first yellow-bellied sapsucker picture ever. She did a really nice job. We were shooting from slightly different places, and she captured the red below the beak much better than I did. Then we hiked along down the trail a little bit further, and there was a little creek beside the trail for a while, and I managed to get a photograph of this white ibis that was doing some fishing. And a little bit further down the trail there were some turtles on a log, and both Heather and I made this shot, but I decided to share Heather's shot in the video. Hers came out a little bit better. She did a better job capturing the reflection. Look at the pine needle on that one's head. Look what's in this tree over here in the distance. That is a bald eagle nest. While we were at Mitchell Beach earlier, we spoke to a lady who said that there was a bald eagle nest here, and she gave us pretty decent walking directions to get to it. We haven't mentioned it before in the video because we weren't sure we were going to find it, but we pretty much walked just about straight to it. And there's an adult on there. You see it, honey?
On the nest?
Yeah, on the back side, on the right.
Back side on the right.
Maybe not. I think I see a white head.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. So anyway, when we got here, there was at least one. We don't know how many chicks are on this nest, but at least one. Every once in a while, we could see a wing stick up, and we waited a long time, and then finally, an adult flew in, and we got that. Hello. And now there is the adult is back. I don't know. I guess it flew off and came back, but. We waited a long time just staring at basically an empty nest. Occasionally we could see a chick poking up, but that was about it. And then finally, after 20 or so minutes, this adult flew in from the left and landed on this branch. And I made the previous photo and this photo of the adult bald eagle high above the nest to the left in the pine tree. And then some time passed, and I made the clip that you just watched, and it switched sides from the left side to the right side now. And we learned from the people that walked up while I was making that clip that there's two chicks on the nest, so I thought that was pretty cool. This is Heather's up close shot. The previous shot was Heather's as well. This is a kind of a close-up shot where she's cropped in to really take in the majesticness of this beautiful bald eagle on the pine tree. And Heather was also the only one of us to get a photograph of one of the adult bald eagles on the nest, so I thought that was really cool. And then I went a little bit further away. I went down the trail a little bit, and I made this photograph of the adult bald eagle on the right hand side of the tree. And I like the angle of the eagle's head in this shot. The next photograph, I don't like the angle of the head quite as much, But what's special about this shot is one of the chicks is kind of flailing around there in the nest with its feathers disheveled, where it's not quite ready to fly yet for sure. So that was really cool. And then this shot, you can see the other adult is flying in with a fish in its talons to feed the family. So I thought that was really cool. I made several shots of this, but I like this one the best, and then this one the second best, with the eagle actually landing on the nest with the fish still in its talons. The other eagle has turned its head is my only thing I don't like about this shot. And as we hiked back, we crossed an area where there was a creek, and on the opposite side of the creek there was an alligator sunning itself in these pine needles. It was nice that it was on the other side of the creek. We're still just super excited about our bald eagle experience we just had, but now we're in a different part of the park on this awesome boardwalk. I mean, it's really, really cool. And Heather is making photographs of a beautiful great egret that's kind of right over here. I wonder if you can see it from this angle. Yeah, there's marsh on both sides of this boardwalk, and you can see the great egret over there just fishing. We watched it catch I don't know if it was I'm not sure what we watched it catch, very small fish or something. It's going to come where you can get a shot of it right here, Heather. There's a clear spot. Okay, back to work. We walked all the way to the end of that boardwalk, and then we turned around and came back, and the egret was still there, and we got to watch it catch a crayfish, which was really, really cool. This shot of mine is nice. The bird was juggling the crayfish, and it was at 500 millimeters because I was on a prime. Now Heather's shot is at 200 millimeters, so she was much closer and was able to get the bird's eye and the crayfish in focus at the same time. So that was really cool. Mine, the crayfish, was a little bit out of focus. And there were so many yellow rump warblers on the island while we were at Hilton Head, but it was really hard to get a photograph of them, and this is probably the best photograph I got of a yellow rump the whole trip. Well, we had a fantastic time here at the Sea Pines Forest Preserve. It costs $9 to get in. You can get a full day pass for $9, and I think that's money well spent. We barely cracked the surface of this thing. We started right here, walked out, went down kind of this way, and then came back and went up this way, and that's all we did of this huge place. And you know, the weather's turning on us. We've got way better weather today than we had yesterday, but it's just about to start raining here in a little while, so we're going to get out of here before it comes a downpour. But we very much appreciate you watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed making it. I think even though we're totally exhausted from our Hilton Head trip, I think, gosh, I'm glad we didn't call off going here, because this was awesome, seeing the bald eagles. And I think that was the first time you'd ever gotten a bald eagle picture.
Oh, yeah.
And a yellow-bellied sapsucker.
Oh, yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
And a great egret.
Oh, that's your first great egret picture too?
Yeah.
And she got it, I think, didn't you say you got it with the crawfish in its mouth? Like maybe even juggling it?
Yeah.
Awesome. So I guess you guys have already seen all those. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Give us a thumbs up if you don't mind. Subscribe, hit the bell, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.